think people need to keep very strongly in mind that this is not just about software development. This is about rallying your people in a battle against running time and mounting costs to produce something meaningful. It is life itself, kind of.
See, it's got an amazing set of features. It's everything that you could ever want.
The most exciting thing is it is really what I needed.
And it's even easy to use.
It really feels very natural. It feels like it was made for me. It's an amazing product.
Every tiny bit of the features you see on the screen, every new ones, was defined by the users. They thought about them, they improved them, they put them together, they communicated their thoughts, and we enabled their vision. And that's where the power of project management comes from.
It's not as though we're just given a laundry list and just asked to just do it. If it's done properly, we've got to treat it as though the user is right there alongside us, telling us what they want. We've got to be there for them, putting ourselves in the shoes of the user.
What project management does is enhance the intermediate and final deliverables. Users can now use many of the features without hours and hours of training. What we get is their performance going up over time.
We also try to get our architects and coders involved with the users' expectations of the application and the business model, and then we have them document their experiences before anyone starts talking about classes and responsibilities and collaborations.
Prior to us actually starting any of the coding, we had numerous meetings with the users where we were in a room with walls full of sticky notes and whiteboards with descriptions, trying to prioritise the features that they wanted, mapping the processes, monitoring the user interface behaviours that they wanted, looking at the screen designs. There was a lot of work up front.
We have this very cool tool with a remote desktop connection installed that tracks the way users interact with the old system they have in place. Then we watch it and record all the highlights of the user session. This allows us to record all the user interaction in real time. From there, we can then start remapping the process.
Well, the idea is to involve the users as much as possible in the design process and the project as a whole. We write tons of accurate documentation, and the purpose of doing this is to give the customer not only what they ask for, but in fact what they need.
The part we had to concentrate on during the planning phase was the business process, to translate 100% to what the user experience expectations required.
What we're trying to do is take a business model and translate it into a project that minimises the risks as much as possible. And we're measuring the impact probability ratio with critical path that suits the target business unit and maximises the return on investment by optimising infrastructure procurement, focusing on the user's productivity needs, and we've been very satisfied with how we've been able to communicate our needs and become involved in the whole process.
It was a very, very exciting time when we realized that we were going to pull this off and that we were going to accomplish the requirements within time, budget, and quality. All of our efforts in planning this were paying off beautifully.
Actually, you become part of the entire process, the evolution of building the software.
Cooperation evolved between the teams, and this was especially noticeable as the positive results started coming in.
It's like forgetting all those days where you're part of a huge project team and you're sitting in your cube and you had to imagine everything your customer wanted by yourself. I'm not saying make stuff up, I mean imagine. As in picturing.
You just have to let go of all previous paradigms and start working in synergy as part of your customer's team, making their goals your own.
You get so deep into this world that you start feeling the customer's needs. And I mean literally you feel it. That happened to me from day one while we were defining the scope and when I received the work breakdown structure.
Well, having everything planned is very important because it allows you to see the big picture since day one.
It's not just a software development project. It's a software development project that is precisely managed.
See, even though I'm not in the credit screen, it's got my personality. it's unbelievable because it feels like it's got my soul in it. It's quite a spectacular piece of computer software that can do that and speak to me. It really surprises me.
The door's barely been opened on what is possible with this application.
We're so happy with the results. We're planning to adapt it to other business units over time.
One thing that I'm always going to take with me is that it was part of a revolutionary experience of a software development project.